I love being in Oklahoma. There's a couple of states that are just real good for country music, and that's Texas and Oklahoma. It's always been that way. It's always going to be that way. I think it's because most of you are musicians, and you're real musicians. And you just know, and boy, I want to thank Bob and John so much for caring enough to put a band like this together. We do. Honestly, I know he says it, and we do a lot of shows, and it just makes such a difference when that's going on behind you.
Look, I've already mentioned that. It's what's up front that counts.
But honey, I've heard you play with different bands, and this one makes you sound better. So what's that about? And you know what? In all these shows that I've done with Russ, he always introduces me, and I always feel a little bit slighted when I come up on stage. But Jody, what an introduction you gave me. I want to go on the road with you.
Hey, just try to live up to it.
This I'm going to do for Jody because he asked me to. It's a Connie Smith song because he and I love Connie Smith. And it's going to be Then and Only Then. And heck, they don't need a chart. Are you going to be okay with that one?
He ought to be. He's probably about 21.
Roy, you've got all our charts. We have none of our charts at home, and Roy's got all of them. That's great.
C, 3, 4, 1, 2.
In your haste, you left and said you'd be returning. In my sorrow, I forgot to ask you when. In my lonely room, I sit and count the hours. Every minute hoping I'll look up and you'll come walking in. For then and only then will I stop crying, and this aching, breaking heart of mine will mend. Not until I feel your arms around me will I be happy, and I live for then and only then. All that's left inside my heart is just your echo, and the tiny thread of hope to which I cling. But if I keep holding on, maybe someday you'll remember where you left me and come back for me again. For then and only then will I stop crying, and this aching, breaking heart of mine will mend. Not until I feel your arms around